Hey y'all, how you doing? It's very windy out here today, and we have lost power as a result. So I've decided to come out here and work in my garden and get some weeding done. It's very, very windy out, so I'm hoping you're able to hear me. It's in the 60s today, and it's supposed to be in the 60s again tomorrow. And then after that, we're supposed to get a snowstorm where, as of right now, they're predicting 5 to 12 inches. Which is kind of a late snowstorm, but not completely unprecedented. Just a little hard to swallow after having several nice days in a row, but that is what late winter's like in the mountains of West Virginia. So to get started, I'm going to be weeding this little garden bed behind my greenhouse, and it goes around the corner. Like, see this there's a garden right here behind my greenhouse, and also in this area, and I've got a bunch of dead plants I need to cut back, and there's weeds growing, so I'm just going to go through and spend this time without electricity getting a jump start on some of the spring chores.
If you don't know where you're going, you will end up someplace else. But being lost ain't a bad thing. Maybe you can.
So there really wasn't very many weeds in that little area, so we're going to move on to this area here where I do have, like, this over here is a nepeta, and there's some sages and some different things. So I'm going to cut those back and do some more weeding.
Only take the road less traveled. If it's the road less traveled by you, pick the strings till you come unravel. Sit down and take a breath or two. If you mean to give someone a gift, don't ask for something in return. You don't ever have to mend a rift if you don't let those bridges burn.
Once my perennials start coming up, I will bring some mulch and mulch around everything. But until then, I'm just going to leave it as is. Got everything cut back, and anything that looked like a weed pulled up. And now everything can just sit out here and rest until it's time to start growing. I've got some strawberries down in my bottom garden that either have uprooted themselves during the freeze-thaw cycle, or I didn't get them buried quite deep enough. So I think I'm going to carry some soil down there and maybe work on those now. Okay, here's the bed, and it's honestly full of weeds too. I should have brought a bucket, but I didn't. I've got a couple of pots over there I can go grab, but I might weed as I go. But I need to get more soil around these or bury them deeper in hopes of, see, there's a perfect example. So I'm going to set you down, go grab a pot, and we'll get started on this.
Like deja vu. All over again. It's like deja vu. Whatever lies ahead, you won't get far if you stagnate in the water.
So what I've been doing is I've been weeding, and then once I get it weeded, if I can't get it buried any deeper, then I've been taking my bag of soil and stacking soil around the roots, making sure to keep the crown uncovered still, because you don't want to bury your crown. I'm going to take a break because food's been delivered, and I'm going to eat, and then I'll probably come back out and finish this bed, because I'd really like to have it done before this supposed snowstorm starts. If for some reason I don't get back to it this evening, I'll get to it tomorrow, but I'm really going to try to go in, eat real quick, and then come back out. But sometimes things change, so I'll see you here in a second. All right, I'm done eating, and I'm going to get back to it. I've got all of this area weeded, and like I said, I just piled up soil around the ones that I couldn't get buried deeper. And so now I'm going to be working from here all the way down to the end and doing the same thing. I'm going to weed as I go. This shouldn't take quite as long because the area I'm about to work on now doesn't have quite as many weeds.
You tread, you can stop to smell the roses, but watch out for the bees. If you look a gift horse in the mouth, hope it doesn't sneeze. It must be windy in my head because my mind is blown. As long as I'm beside myself, I'll never be alone. I set out to gather moss, but I chased a rolling stone. I wasn't fast enough, so I just let it keep going. It's like deja vu.
Alright, so I got this whole bed behind me and this area there. I went through and I weeded everything. I put soil around the roots of anything that I couldn't get buried deeper, so that way all the roots were covered because some of the roots were sticking out. And then I went through and put some hay on it just to give them more insulation and to act as a mulch layer. I'm really glad to have this done before the cold weather hits. I did lose a few strawberries. Sorry, my hair's crazy. The wind's blowing hard. I did lose a few strawberries, but not nearly as many as I thought I had. And some of them that I think I may have lost might still grow because some of them are just now coming out of dormancy. It feels good to have this wrapped up. It feels good to have that one bed weeded. These are the two things that I was hoping to get done, especially the strawberry bed down here. I should have started with it. I don't know why I didn't. That's all I've got for you today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye.